find my camera here. Oh, God. Hey, there it is. Hello. I have returned with a low-effort stream again. I don't know if I set this to notify my subscribers. I probably should have. Whatever. That's fine. Yeah, as the title says, I'm doing more impromptu off-brand Lego building because it's been a long time since I have. And I've been saving some of the stuff I've wanted to build for a while for one of these live streams. So that's what I'm doing today, is I'm going to actually do it. So the stuff I have to build is the remaining two... See that? There we go. The remaining two plants from the last time I did this that I didn't do before. And I also have something else interesting. Now, I don't know if I did this for the last one because I didn't go back and watch it just for this. But I set up some presets so you can see my face and what I'm doing. As well as another one that I think is actually kind of, like, nice to look at. So, alright, this is bothering me already. I look so orange in this for some reason. Configure video. I don't like this camera, is part of it. Oh, let's see. White balance. No, that makes it worse. This is the best setting? Oh, no. Hey, there we go. Just had to turn down the saturation a bit. Let's take exposure off of automatic. No, right light go away. Exposure get off of automatic. Oh, aren't you glad I'm doing this on camera? I suppose I could show this. Do I want to put forth that much effort? Not really. That looks reasonable, I guess. Cool. Save. Okay. Yeah, so we have this view, which shows a smaller portion of my desk, and this view, which shows a larger portion of my desk and my face up there. I'm realizing that it's weird to look at the camera like this, because you're looking... Should I flip this? I can. So it's the same view I have? Maybe I should do that, actually. Well, anyway, I have the nicer camera looking down there. So these are actually the ones that I was just showing, and you can actually, you know, read the stuff on them now. As well, I also have this entire other kit of Lego plants my family got me for Christmas, and these are actual Lego brand ones. And frankly, some of them are like way cooler and more interesting designs, as you can see, like this, the cactus. I really like those, the pitcher plants, and some of them are really kind of just boring, like the cactus here. It's just a bunch of circle plates. So yeah, I don't know how much of this I'm going to be building, what of it I will actually be doing, but that's the plan. That's what we're going to do, or try to anyway. All right, so, oh, also, I guess I could show some of my big box of ridiculous here. This is, actually the box one of them came in. It's from General Jim's. Oh god, okay, well, maybe I'm not showing it, but I got a whole bunch of these off-brand Lego train kits. By whole bunch, I mean 2, but there's a bunch of stuff in them. So at some point, maybe I'll do this on camera, maybe I won't, but at some point, I want to go through, and there's a few rail vehicles in here that are... You can see the locomotive, the top of the locomotive there. Which I already modified because I didn't like the way it was set up originally. But yeah, so at some point I'll do these, but I'll do them probably with a bigger table. Just knocked over the... Whoops. Ran into the microphone. Yeah, I almost knocked over the light that I'm not using. Okay, but for today, I think we're going to finish off the set of stuff that is back there, which I can show you here. Yeah, see? I have the ones from last time in the back there. I don't know which ones I did the last time. Okay. So that being said, these guys. I'm going to start with this one because I like it less. It's interesting. The last time I had a whole bunch of stuff I came in ready to talk about with like future plans for the YouTube channel and all this stuff, and I don't think I've done any of that. I think it's been pretty not that over the last however long it's been. It's been a year. It's been like a year. Because I wanted to make stuff, and then I just didn't have time to. I keep saying yes to more things at school. What? Oh, this is the wrong instructions. I must have took these out of the box at some point and put both the instructions back in one. I just want this to lay somewhat flat. Just lay somewhat flat, a little bit flat. Yeah, and I don't know. At some point, maybe I'll clear off the desk behind me, because I barely ever use that MIDI keyboard that's back there. But yeah, maybe at some point I'll clear that off and do things on that desk instead, because this one's a little cramped, and I don't like that there's nowhere I can put my keyboard, really, that you can't see it. But yeah. So, all that being said, move some extra crap off the table here. I'm just throwing this on my bed, by the way. I can reach my bed from the desk. But no, if I move this crap out of the way, I'll be able to have my instructions kind of off to the side. And then build on camera. In fact, why don't I move this over here? Because I think I'm more likely to be building like here-ish. Then I can have that there. Yeah, it looks good to me. Why not? So let's dump this shit out. Let's be very clear here. I'm about to swear a bunch in this video. I don't think it's I don't know if I did that in the last one or not, but this time I don't care. Like, this is an hour-long live stream that's probably, I hope I'm saving this as a VOD. Hold on, I think I am. I actually don't remember how to change that, so I'm assuming it's just going to be aim my mic at my actual face. Oh goodness, it's so good. Yeah. Alright, how's this start? But no, a lot of stuff has happened since then. I live in a different place. I've sound designed, I'm going to say, a show and a half. Show and roughly 2 shows, but 2 of them are half, because one's half done and one I was an assistant on. So I didn't really do all that much. I was there. I helped. Helped with things the designer didn't feel like dealing with. That's what I did. Yeah. Those are actually kind of interesting, right? Because there were all a bunch of moments in that where I was like, well, this isn't nearly what I would do. That's always how it is in design work when you're not the person in charge. You know, either that or you're just the whole time going, Wow, I wouldn't have thought to do it that way, but I'd rather do it that way than the way I was thinking. I keep looking this way when I talk into camera, because I'm used to the camera being on this monitor. Like instead of here, it's usually like over there, because that's where my old setup was and looked good at. This one, it's real weird for me to have a camera straight on. In any YouTube setup I've ever had, I've never really had it set up that way. So it's really throwing me. Maybe I know what I'll do. I'll put OBS here. That way when I look at my face cam, the camera's right above it. And then I can take YouTube and put it on this side. So now you know. If you see me looking this way, I'm checking to see if there's anyone watching, how long I've been going. And if you see me looking this way, I'm checking OBS. And fuck it, I can put Discord on here too. Was that the first fuck on my main channel? I think it was, which would make that the second one. Okay, this automatically doesn't start how I expected it to. What in the hell? It starts off with these pieces. I was assuming it was going to be... Oh, no, those get used later. Oops. These, like, weird kind of flat pieces. Okay. These guys. Whoops, these guys. Does Lego have an official version of this? Because I've never seen them in any Lego brand kits I've done. But I see them all the time in the off-brand ones. No matter which off-brand it is. Like any of them, they all use this piece all the time. Okay. Let me actually get to work here. Otherwise I'm never going to finish with this. So we want all four of them in each facing opposite sides in a mildly concerning pattern. And then a white square in the middle and the two regular pieces. On it or next to it? Next to it. There we go. Something else I've noticed with off-brand Lego stuff. I'm just going to say my microphone's going to sound like trash in this video, because if I bring it any closer to me, because I keep looking down and it's like next to my eyeball, but if I bring it down where I'm actually looking, it's just in shot, which is, also a problem. I guess I could try to put it up under the monitor, but that's not going to work. I'm just going to keep it slightly. I could put it close. Nah. I bet this sounds great. Me figuring out my mic placement on camera, right? Isn't that lovely? Don't you love it when people do that? I'm going to aim it down here kind of so it gets my voice while I'm facing down a little more. All right. I think that's better. I'm going to guess it's better. I can't hear myself. I'd have to be wearing headphones for that. How can you see my face? You can. I'm just going to look like this the whole time. It's great. Ow. Say I should undo my hair, otherwise I just look bald. I still look bald, just less so. It's all tangled. I didn't brush it after I showered earlier. There we go. Look at that. Hey. To be clear, the camera makes this look shinier, but it doesn't make it look like I have more or less hair than there actually is. Alright, I keep getting distracted. I'm never going to finish this. All four of these. This all needs to go up here. This needs to go here. And I'm assuming they all face the outside. Oh yeah, but that's something I noticed about a lot of these off-brand Lego kits, especially with the trains, because these are these are display pieces. And these are like cheaper off-brand stuff, but they're not like dirt cheap. You know, they're still pretty decent. Wait, what? Am I dumb? Oh my god, it doesn't want you to use this bottom piece. Oh shit. Well. But no, with the trains, because they move, you know, they're not static display items. They're, well, I don't know. Depends on a lot of things, actually. Got hair in my mouth now. But because they move, fucking hell, they it really shows like how I don't know. I learned with those things very quick to appreciate Lego's diligence on making things actually structural. Because okay, I just have to take this whole thing apart. I was hoping to mostly get it off in one piece, but that's clearly not happening. Jesus. Oh my god, why is this so difficult? Why are you so difficult? Who told you to be this difficult? I should tilt this down so you can actually see my face when I look down. Although, this isn't the most flattering angle, is it? It's just aimed directly at my bald spot. Maybe this is why I don't usually do face cams. Turns out, don't like looking at myself. Actually, how much I enjoy looking at myself directly depends on how much effort I've put into my appearance and hygiene that day. Today it's not bad because I just like showered and shaved like 2 hours ago. And if you're watching this later, later than it was originally streamed, know that I'm streaming this at like 8 p.m. It was 2 hours ago. Alright, knife's coming out. Knife moment. Oh, why is there? Oh, that's right, I was sharpening a pencil with this. That's why. Let me not get pencil gunk all over this. I say as I, knife apart my Legos. Don't do this. Actually, I'm not going to do this part on camera because this is dangerous a little bit. Don't use knives as pry bars. Do as I say, not as I do. Actually, it's got enough in there now that I could probably just use the actual like little screwdriver thingy that I use for prying stuff normally. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright. Sweet. Oh, for fuck's sake. By the way, that's like one of my favorite expressions in real life. I don't say it much on YouTube because I don't like to swear much on the main channel here. But, I do in real life. It's like William Osmond, right? You don't really hear him swear on his actual YouTube channel. Although I think that's different now. I think he doesn't care anymore. But on his second channel, it happens a lot, and you realize, like, okay, it's not just that he's the kind of person who is particular about not swearing all the time. It is just he doesn't want to swear on his main channel, probably because you get demonetized and stuff, but joke's on you. You can't get demonetized if you've never been monetized in the first place. And that's me. Wow, this looks way shittier this way. It's almost like they should have put the base on it, because that would have made sense. Alright, so it's one of these things, right, with a lot of these off-brand Lego kits where it just, everything is very fragile. And it's a lot of weird building techniques that I never would have used, like this. If I was designing this kit, I would not have put two pieces here. There's no reason to have this as two pieces. I would put it as one piece. But there's an extra challenge in the design for the people who design these off-brand kits, because they're trying to keep the cost down. So none of this is like researched or official, right? It's just stuff that I'm assuming based on having built a bunch of these. But it really does seem like they try to keep the cost down, and a lot of design choices are based around that. So even if something is like, okay, in Legos, for actual Lego kits, and I know people are going to give me shit for saying Legos, plural, because, oh, it's an acronym, and, you know, I'm going to be frank, that's how I said it growing up, and I don't feel like retraining myself, and I don't really care. No, I can't. Alright, I don't have a piece to show you, but in Lego there's those, like, window pieces that, like, I'm going to show it on the face cam here. They, like, have a little piece at the top with the studs on it, right, to connect. It's got the little piece on the top, and it goes over and down and across. Whoop. Like that. And the piece on the bottom is a little thicker, and it's got the it's got the space in the bottom of it like this for stuff to connect to it. But that side piece is flat, and the whole thing is kind of a little springy. It bends a little bit if you press too hard on it. In the cheap kits, they use a ton of those, and real Lego brand kits don't do that. And it's because it's really freaking flimsy. Oh, it's just you put it on there. Yeah, see, right? Okay, like... What? That is ridiculous. Like, look at this. Okay, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about, where I'm like, why are they designing it this way? And part of it for this kit, I'm not trying to talk shit. Part of it for this kit I know is because you can take the 4 plants that come together apart and build it all into one big pot, you know. So part of it is trying to use the same piece to make 2 separate things. So I get that. But it's like, okay, I've got these 4 pieces on the bottom that are just 4 separate pieces that kind of stay together. But then I have like these pieces that connect on the bottom to something and don't touch anything on the top. And like this one I can even press on and it moves in a little bit. So it's just odd. And like there's this whole gap straight through it here. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know. I guess I probably shouldn't be saying Lego. I should be saying brick building toys. But, I don't care. Because, as I said... God. 23 minutes ago. This is a low-effort live stream. Oh, whoops, I did this wrong. How much do I actually care about being accurate? Something else I've noticed, actually, is... something I've learned to appreciate from name brand Lego versus everyone else who copies them is I have really learned to just appreciate how much time, effort, and engineering Lego puts into the tolerance on all their pieces. Because some of these kits, this one is pretty good. Some of them are straight up horrible. Like real bad. Like you have to, like your fingers hurt by the end of putting it together just because it's so... There we go. Just because you have to press so hard to get the pieces together. Okay, so I need these guys. I need this guy. I call pieces of things guy a lot. And I've been realizing that I'm not going to say that it's like necessarily problematic, but it is weird to like I don't know. There are a lot of people in my life who I like didn't expect, who are trying to untrain themselves from that language. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess it is kind of weird to just like use a gendered term to describe like random inanimate objects, you know? So I don't know, maybe I should try doing that too. So I need 2 of these. I'm assuming I'm going to just make 04. Yeah. Oh, I see. Some of them don't have the same size piece in the middle. Oh, and at some point, I am talking kind of softly because I live alone now. And I did the last time I was doing these streams as well. Yeah, see, like this right here, I have to press really hard to get it to actually go all the way into place. That's exactly the kind of thing I was talking about. And it does eventually, like, make your fingers, like, sore. You can't really get the colors very well. This is actually a much richer yellow. It's more of a... Does it come across? Yeah! Wow, the camera I put effort into, like, color... Hold on. There we go. Oh, God. Not prepared to see my face that big. What a surprise. The color... Or the camera I put effort into correcting the colors and white balance on is the one that shows the colors correctly. Who would have guessed it? I do like this. Okay. See, every time I live stream, I'm experimenting with stuff still. I do like this camera view. The problem is, the camera needs to be like a foot further away from me. It also does really show off how much I didn't brush my hair today. Alright. So... How long am I going to do this stream? Am I just going to sit here until I get both of these kits put together, or am I just going to call it quits at some point when I don't feel like doing it anymore? Do I have homework to do? I should have figured that out before I started streaming, huh? Whatever. I'll figure it out. I do, actually. I know I do. Actually, for an audio class I'm in, I'm doing... And this is... I don't know, we're getting into dubious territory here because I'm about to make recommendations. But, there's this website that we have to use for this class, but I kind of love it anyway, and I'm probably going to keep doing it. I've been doing it more often than the class requires. And the class only requires once a week, and I think you can do once a day. I've done like 3 times this week, I think, for free. It's called Sound Gym, and it's one of those where you sign up for it and it's a free service, but they'll... Ow! My wrist has been acting up lately. I don't know what's up with it. Probably using the mouse too much, but yeah, it's called Sound Gym. It's it's oral training, and I specify oral because otherwise people think I'm saying oral, and no, it's not. Like training your mouth. It's training your ears. AU, oral hearing. Everyone else I know in audio says just oral, and I'm like, not to be graphic, but you really should specify which word you're trying to talk about here. Because one of them can have a very different meaning. I don't really think it matters which sides these go on, so I'm not being particular about it. Although that's not pushed in all the way and it's going to piss me off. You really can't see a whole lot of what I'm seeing, unfortunately. So maybe for the next one I'll actually get out a microphone stand and do a straight overhead shot instead of kind of down from the front. Because for me looking at it, it looks nice this way, right? But that looks like ass to you. Whereas you would probably prefer to see it like that. Sorry, I saw it because it looks surprisingly close to circular. And I was like, that's not a perfect circle, is it? And it's definitely not, because see, it kind of rolls lumpy a little bit and rocks back and forth. Okay. let's get to the actual cactus now. I need one of you, two of you. There's the other one. One of you. Is that a more reasonable spot to build? I think it is. Let's do that then. Yeah, that's much nicer, I think. Whatever. I'm figuring this out as I go. Every stream I do is an experiment. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Because I'm real bad at live streaming, y'all. I don't know if you've noticed. But I can't. It's one of those things, right? Where I'm the kind of person where I know I can put a ton of effort into making a really nice live stream, but the problem is I know I'm never gonna do it. Oh, that's annoying. There's a little defect in this piece. Whatever. It won't. I know it's not gonna be that noticeable as soon as I get this whole thing together. But yeah, what? Oh, it's just the one. So I want me to put one of these just in this one. Yeah? Yeah, that's what it looks like, it says. One of these just in that one. Okay. And then, whoops. And that'll go there. I take another one, put it upside down in the middle here. Don't you love how ridiculously close up this is to my face and how ridiculously far away it is from the tiny ass things I'm building? That's why it's called a low effort live stream. I should actually put that in the title. I like that a lot. Low effort Lego live stream. I have to have off-brand in there because it's not actual Lego. Is the issue. I know it's gonna have me build more of those. Two of these low red studs with the hole in them. Does Lego actually have those? Because there's a bunch of pieces that exist. Oh, damn. In the in these off-brand kits that I've never seen in an actual Lego kit, but it's also been such a long time since I put together an actual Lego kit that I don't know what their standard pieces are anymore. Okay, so for the rest of these, I need to make, yeah, so it wants one there. In fact, I can just kind of put them both together as I find the pieces for each. That's a good idea. I totally forgot my entire train of thought of what I was trying to say there. So sorry if you cared. Who am I kidding? You're not watching this. Interestingly enough, it says concurrent viewers, views, and chat rate all at 0, but average view duration 34 minutes. So either there's one person viewing, and I just, couldn't tell. Or it just doesn't show up on my screen, rather. Or it's counting my view duration in the little preview window. Alright, so there's two of those. This is adorable. I don't know why I didn't do this one before. Like, the picture on the case, the box kind of made it look a little dumb to me. But now that I'm building it, it's really cute. I'm glad I started with this one, because if I don't get to the next one, then at least at least it was cute. And that's the whole point, isn't it? It's a little Lego cactus. It's supposed to be cute. So then this one is just blank. Oops, 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 oops. Come on, come on. Get on there. Stay on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about the tolerance stuff. It's like I put it on and then it just tries to slowly squeeze itself back off. There we go. That is an cactus. Alright. And then now we need the little guy. This piece. This is one of those pieces, right? Never seen that in an actual Lego kit. Only seen it here. Same with the studs with the hole in the middle. Never seen that in an actual name brand Lego kit. Only in the off-brand ones. We need... What is that? Oh, what? And there we go. There's another one, right? I've never seen this piece, period. Let alone in an actual Lego kit. That's wild. So how does this go? Oh, a little hand. Interesting. I should put the bigger piece in the hand first. Because then... Yeah. Bigger surface area to push on. Oh, shit. It's ironic, right? Because the last time I did one of these streams, I was probably saying about, like, oh, I don't really care about this desk because, you know, it's just a cheap desk from online. And now you see it's a very different desk. It's clearly not the same one. But this desk came with the apartment. The people I'm subleasing from were like, hey, so I know the thing says without any furniture, but, like, we have a desk and a TV that we literally can't fit in our car, so do you want them? Because otherwise we're just going to stick them out by the dumpster. And I'm like, yeah, of course I want them. Okay, so it doesn't quite go all the way in, so it's a little wanky here. I think it probably would have made more sense for them to use, like, this piece or something. Because then this little bit could go in the end of this one, you know, where the hand is sticking in there, and then you put the flower backwards on this, so the small side is sticking in. I think that would have looked a little better. I don't know. Maybe they do that on the other part. Ooh. That's what this is for. Big old flower on the top. Oh, I like that. You can tell I didn't really look too hard at the box this time. Yeah, you know what it is? They took the picture on the box from a weird angle, I think, to show all three of them. And from that angle, this doesn't really look that flattering. But I think being, like, actually kind of tall, here, so you can see in the light, being, like, taller than it is wide, in theirs it's kind of squat. And I think it looks better being this tall. It looks more, like, actually cactus-like. Yeah, so there's that. Oh, what's next? Oh, it wants me to put it on now. Which side? This side. This is... Y'all, you have to... This doesn't fit on with it like that. You have to... Oh, shit. This is gonna be fun. So this piece... Okay, let me explain what just happened, right? This piece is supposed to stick in there. It's supposed to go up. But I didn't leave myself enough slack with this stud here. So it literally... Let me see if I can get a good angle for the camera. It's literally pushing itself out when I try to put it upright. So that's... sucks. Okay, from your viewpoint, from that camera, this looks like a good angle. But from my viewpoint, this is what I see. Yeah, okay, I gotta fix that. Oh, damn. My only hope here is to just jam my fingernail in there. I know it's riveting content right now. You can totally tell what's happening. Alright, do as I say, not as I do. Don't use your teeth as a tool. Partially because it's bad for your teeth, and partially because it does that to your Legos. But let's see if that actually works now. Because if that works, I'm calling that good. Hell yeah, okay. So I stick that back on there. Yeah, alright. The cactus is no longer flaccid. It says there's one person watching. To you, viewer, may God have mercy on your soul. I'm sorry. There we go. That's a little more reasonable, I think. In fact, maybe turn it this way, so the little guy's hanging off the side. I like that. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, put that up there for now. Scoot these a little bit. Oh, what's next? Okay, I need one of these. One of these. I'm just gonna barely stick it in there, because it's... Yeah, I've learned my lesson about pushing these rod pieces all the way through. Pain in the ass. Oh, this is... oh, I like this, actually. That's really satisfying how those two pieces fit together. Less satisfying is that the colors don't exactly match, which doesn't show up on this hold on, does it show up on this camera? Not really. Okay, so it doesn't show up on camera, but the colors for these are very slightly off from each other. Oh, it does. You can see it in that shot right there. The colors are very slightly off from each other. It's almost as distracting as the fact that my one front tooth is way lower than the rest of them. That is a symptom of when your dentist tells you to wear a retainer, wear the fucking retainer. Yeah, they're all going to be like that. That's disappointing. But you know what? It is satisfying that they fit together so well. Some of them... Oh no, they're it's not amazing, the fit. There's a little bit of a lip there. Disappointing lip. You can kind of see it in this camera a little bit. Like this one is it's got a little more blue in it, this one. I think. It's just a slight bit lighter, I think, too. But yeah, it's nice that those pieces just fit together like that, though. It's so nice. See, these are the stupid things I get excited about. That, like, maybe 3 other people on the planet care at all. Alright. So that's those 4, because I'm assuming it's just going to be all 4 the same. Wants me to stick one on here. Put this through upside down. Come on. What's this one on the top? Okay. I'll be able to push that through that point. Oh, shit. It just, like, shot in there. Damn it. Oh, there we go. Fixed. It just went all the way in, and I would have had the same problem as the last one. Oh, I love how every time I look at the instructions, you just get the corner of the camera is just my bald spot. It's great. Real flattering. Our one viewer has left, by the way, to anyone watching this later on. Let's see. I totally forgot where I was. Oh, so it is just stick these 2 here. It just is trying to stupid-proof it with the way they're talking about it. And that's the other thing these do. Okay, so you will never realize how good Lego brand instructions are until you use instructions from other brands. I like that shape a lot. That's a very cactusy shape. That's nice. I'm not gonna risk screwing up my camera placement by turning around the camera to show you the cactus the real cactus that is like right behind the camera. But one of them has like a similar shape to this. One of them has a similar shape to this, but if this like pinched off and kept growing taller. One of my friends said it looked like a bong. Take that as you will. Actually, a couple of my friends have said that. All right, and this just goes on there. Look at that. Cute. All right. Next is a little baby cactus. Oh, I see why they want these. Yep. Oh, these are perfect for this. They gave me an extra little green hand. Is that what happened here? Was this supposed to go somewhere? I don't think it was. All right. So that's going to go right up in the front here. Little tiny friend. Actually, I will turn this back around because then the flowers show on the front side. All right, and that's 1 of 2 done. It's 8:30, so I'm going to try to get the second one done a little faster. Let's see, do I put this... Hold on. There we go. Do I put this in the back here for now? I don't know which speaker to put it on, honestly. Stay there for the moment. It's kind of blocking some of them. It's wild. I'm going to have too many of these is the problem, too. Like, I already have nowhere to put the Lego trains. I had a little extra red stud as well. Let's go back to that camera mode. I like this camera mode. I've decided I enjoy this. Vertical face cam, smart move. That's the thing, right? We never see a vertical face cam, but our faces are vertical. Like, this distance is narrower than this distance. I kind of like the vertical face cam. It means I don't have as much like side-to-side movement. Anytime I lean over, I'm out of shot. But I have a square video over here, you know, and actually I can get rid of this. Get the next one out while I'm talking. Yeah, square video and... See, this one looks wild to me, right? Low-key kind of looks really cool. Oh, and here's another thing, too. I have this kit. That was the first one I built. And I have this kit, which is what these ones are from. And I think what the last two I did on stream were. I don't have this one still. And can I... This is a weird camera angle, so I'm struggling to get things to line up straight. There we go. I really like the look of this one, actually. Let me see if I can get it closer. Oh, yeah, this webcam rocks. Look at that. So, yeah, I actually would really like to try this kit. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I would just go buy it, right? Because they're not super expensive, if I remember correctly, but I believe my parents got me the last two one for Christmas, one for a birthday, and they just keep getting me fake Lego plants. That word fake is applying to the word Lego and the word plants, by the way. Specifically fake Lego succulents, because I like succulents. My succulents are doing okay. Some of them are doing really well. Some of them are doing not great TM. All right. I'm gonna assume those are the plant itself. Those are. Is this the big? Yeah, this is the big one. So like you see here, I can take all of the stuff and turn them into one big pot to house all the plants, but I don't really care to. Personally, I'm not a big fan of having multiple different succulents in the same pot. I think it's just, from my perspective as someone who has a bunch of succulents that are like totally unknown, like I don't know what most of them are. You know what, since they're right up here at the end of the stream, I'll pick up the camera and show y'all. Some of them are a little neglected, I will warn you. Most of them. I had to leave. I left. I lived at my parents' house for a month, so of course some of them are neglected. Sorry, I needed to take a drink. I could tell the saliva sounds were creeping into my voice. Okay, get the same weird, mildly concerning arrangement of. I hope people know what I'm saying by that. I shouldn't be drawing attention to it. We'll get past this stage as quickly as possible. Don't worry, it's fine. Look, we're past it. Where's the... Oh, shit. I knew I was going to need another bag. Alright, I should just open all of them. I always try to do that where I'm like, no, I'll only open the bags I need. And then I'm like, what the hell? They didn't give me this part? It's asking for a piece they didn't give me. And then it turns out they did give me that piece. It's just in a totally different bag. Now, I can't hear the preview of the audio, but I really hope y'all can, like, hear the noises of the Lego itself, you know. Sorry, the not Lego. The not Lego. It's not Lego. Okay. 2 of these. This one has a lot more pieces. I'm actually kind of excited. And I'm cranking on the build a little more. Why has this one got hair all over it? I don't like that. That makes me sad. Oh, it's not hair. It's the, like, stringiness from the plastic molding. Wild. Okay. There's those 2 put on. I love that the... Okay. And no one who's watching this, because there is no one watching this currently, but no one who's, like, watching this after the fact will realize this probably, but a part of this experience for me that I find funny is I go online and I go... Alright, I'm just gonna stream some random crap because I feel like streaming, not because, you know, I'm trying to make something good. And it always tends to be the case, and I know someone started watching as I started saying about this, so I promise this is not about you, this is not your fault. But it's always funny to me how many people will just show up, because I'm gonna be clear, I'm just streaming for the sake of wanting to stream. Like, there is no purpose to this. I'm just here having fun because live streaming is a thing I can do. But it'll always be funny to me for as long as I do these little low effort streams like this. Is that it? Yeah. When I just see people, like, show up, stay for like 30 seconds to maybe a minute, and then dip out, and it's just always hysterical to me. Because I'm not streaming for someone to watch it, you know? Like, I'm just streaming because it's fun. It's fun to document the process while I'm just doing stuff and talk to camera. You get to hear my verbal barfing. Random thoughts. There we go. Look at that. It's like something happened. Hey, I think that's the first time on stream that I've actually, like, accomplished something in the building of the kit while I've been talking at the same time. There we go. Okay. This is when I find out I haven't been checking Discord, right? And then it's like, oh, the people watching are people who know me. That can go away. What is happening? I've apparently, like, just completely lost the ability to read instructions. Okay, I see what we're doing now. I somehow missed that this was telling me to turn this around, and I'm like, where is this supposed to go? I'm not... Okay. So we want one of these little guys here to go... on the back of that, with some dirt, I assume, here. That's the color they usually go with for dirt in these sets. Not that you can really see it. I suppose I could zoom in. Well, if I really wanted to be... If I wanted it to look good, I'd put the camera closer. Because apparently this camera has great macro and terrible regular view. Like, look at this. If I was using real Legos, you'd be able to see and read the, like, Lego insignia from a webcam. That was never the case. In fact, this webcam that's doing my face, the terrible one, is the first webcam I owned. Actually, I guess that's not technically true. But the very first one is super dead. Is this? No, it's not this. I'm trying to move too fast and I'm skipping steps. So I need 2 of those. Whoops, other way. 2 of those. And 3 of these go on top of it. On one of the little baby plants. Baby plant, where are you? There it is. Stop it. Don't run away from me. Alright. I'm a little disappointed I can't make this one slightly cockeyed, because I like them to be a little... In these plant kits, I like the plants to be not quite, you know, square with each other and perfect looking. Yeah. But that's okay. The other one's cockeyed. It's fine. And then it goes... What? Are you kidding me? Okay, this is what I was talking about originally, like an hour ago at this point. No, not an hour ago, probably like half an hour ago, actually. I've only been streaming for an hour. It's like half an hour ago I was talking about this, where they do weird things that don't make sense structurally. Why would you build this whole middle piece floating with a gap where you can just pinch it down, you know? It's got to be cost-saving measures. That and the fact that it's, you know, two things in one, where you can take this kit and build 2 separate things with it. Shit, now I've demonstrated that and I fucked up the bottom. Insert gay joke here. Cutting room floor. Oh wait, it's live. Let's see. Now, the other side. But this isn't gonna... How is this... Okay. I should just stop questioning it and just do it. Just do what the thing says. Even if it's wrong. There we go. Put those on there. The problem is it's going to piss me off the entire rest of the time I'm building this. Maybe it's a good thing I did the other one first. Maybe I should have done this one first, actually. That might have been better. So I need a yellowy thing. Let's... At least the yellows match nicer than on this one than the greens did on the other one. Because they really do. The greens didn't quite match on the other one. It bothered me. But this one, the colors are matching quite a bit better. So I'm guessing the other ones were just from the other one had 2 of them that were just from slightly different batches or something, and this one managed to get all the pieces from the same batch, I guess. That's my guess. That's it so far. Here it is with the better colors of this camera. Again, because it turns out when you calibrate your face camera to not make you look like an orange monster, the colors turn out more accurate. And then the other side is 2 more of those. Okay. So I need this and this, and... Oh, I see. Let's do both at once. Let's put that up there. You two. This. There we go. And the white 4 pieces. It's weird, right? I started following a master builder from Lego on YouTube Shorts. And ever since then, I've been like slowly starting to learn the official names for all these pieces that I never knew like had names before. And it's really funny because I'm starting to sound like such a nerd about Lego, and that's not like, I don't care, you know, I don't care what the official name is, but it's, once you know it, it's hard to unknow it, you know. There we go. So I'm cursed with knowing the official names of certain Lego pieces occasionally. Okay, this might be way smarter than I thought it was. Because is this going to work how I think it is? Okay, all that stuff I said about structural integrity and building with a gap in it, forget about I said that. This is really freaking smart. So, okay. They have as I hold it off camera to explain it. Hey, let me explain this while it's not on either camera. All right. I said this piece in the middle was just being held up by this side, which meant you could press down on it and it would squish, and there's nothing holding it up. However, when you stick these pieces on to the sides, it is the perfect size to connect with these pieces and these pieces. And since that, for this, is a sideways movement, when you press down on the surface, meaning it pushes together this way, instead of like pushing it off of the side, you know, they hold it up with just those 3. So now it is 3 sides holding it up instead of just 1. And that makes a lot more sense. To me, it still would have made more sense if they did... No, they probably couldn't have done all 4 of those from the center. Or all 3 of them from the center. Wow, can't count. Alright, cool. Ooh, it doesn't want to... This is the part where I break it because it doesn't want to sit flat. There we go. Alright. Oh, that was the last one on the page. Now we flip it over. Oh, God. Here comes the nightmare plant arrangement part. Because I'm convinced that this is going to be ridiculous. So I need one of these. Again, another piece that I see in these off-brand kits that I don't really see in official Lego kits that much. Maybe that's not the case, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is in like real Lego kits all the time, and I just don't know. That would not surprise me at all, actually. Alright. Learned my lesson the last time. I'm not going to push it too far through just in case. That's wrong. This is what I want. Put that like that on top. Yeah. And then one of these. Oh, interesting. I think that's technically an illegal building technique if these were official Lego, isn't it? No, it's not. It's just not used very often, where you put one of these like rod connector pieces or whatever into Technic holes, I guess, I don't know, onto a regular stud. I think that's official and that's allowed. Not that I care. I used to use... My favorite was when you took one piece and you duck another plate between the studs of it, sideways. I used to do that for the vertical parts of, like, the tail wing on an airplane or spaceship. All right, this is going to show me two different directions of these. It shows two of those and two of... There we go. Two that way and two that way. And this is the part where I go through and... Oh no, there are some of the other. I mixed other and opposite of the other style. Okay. I was to say, wouldn't it be funny if they gave me all the same ones after after going through the trouble to specify the two different... Also, I know it really bothers people that I don't... Is it called knolling? Is that it? I think it's knolling. I don't know my pieces in kits like this. It really annoys people that I don't do that. But to me, part of the enjoyment comes from kind of the hidden pictures puzzle, you know, of trying to find the piece you need. But doing it that way on this section would be annoying, I think. So it wants me to take one of each of these. Right? One of each? Yeah. Now the real question is, do I make sure I actually put these on straight? Or do I just say screw it and let them be on janky angles? Like the real plants would be. I didn't just accidentally spit drink onto my instructions. Definitely not. That was impressively bad. All right. So it wants two. Yeah. So I think this is what it wants. Where it's alternating. That looks right. Okay. Sure, I'm just going to pretend that's definitely right and stop caring. Okay, these things. These things. These things can go die. What it is it's a little piece with the hole through it that is the same size as a regular stud. And I know everyone probably knows this. Everyone who does Lego is like, yeah, those are on everything. I have not seen them in an actual official Lego kit, but I hate them. They suck, they're horrible. And of course, it's the way they tell me to put it in doesn't work because it's too tight around the piece. Am I going to have to get the multi-tool out again? Oh my god, I'm going to lose it. All right. In before someone makes fun of me for having a Gerber multi-tool. That is okay. I did not. I have some controversial theater opinions, right? I'm a theater major in college. I'm a sound design major, actually, more specifically. I have some controversial opinions, right? I think every sound designer does. But I was not prepared for that. The fact that the thing that I would get the most shit for in my entire college education so far, well, aside from being a queer person, but the thing I would get the most shit for from like actual theater people is having a Gerber multi-tool instead of a Leatherman. And there's apparently like a history and a discourse there that I just didn't know about. And people are like, "Oh, you have a Gerber, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's the, I don't know. Is that a problem? Are they bad?" And apparently everyone either has a Gerber or has a story on why they'll never buy Gerber again. So far, I've been enjoying it. The only problem is, oh, for fuck's sake. The only problem I've faced is, oh, I'm gonna fucking destroy this. It's gonna look like shit. Alright, I'm gonna put it in with the pliers, because I don't care anymore. There we go. I should have just done that from the beginning. That's what I'm doing on the next one. Oh, good God. How many of those do I need to do? Oh, only a couple more. Okay, good. I'm like, please don't be like every other one, like that one kit. Okay, and then this goes on here. And then, oh, that's clever. And I want, what? Oh no, I need to make 2 of those. Okay. It wants me to use these ones. So, okay, let me get the next one set up then. Love that the average view duration, I made the joke about it being, taking my view into account, my viewing in the preview window. Because I usually just leave that open when I'm streaming. I know there are some people who don't, but as someone who used to do this professionally, as in like, I've used OBS to make church streams happen. Make church live streams, because those are, they require a little more, or a different skill set, not more skill, honestly, or more effort, really. But it's one of those where it's like, it's just enough that you need to have a separate person doing it. Realistically, if I could have, I would have had a video person and just been the sound person, or vice versa. Okay, so it wants me to make 2 of those. And they should just both be the same thing facing each other. Okay. That's not bad. Oh, okay, I get it. That's cute, I guess. If I scoot them away from each other, it might be a little better. Hard to see. A lot of small detail on this one. Sorry about that. There we go. Look at that. Lego moment. Alright. Y'all go over there. Oh, Shatsky. I was supposed to make 2 of these, too. Well, let's get on that. This is wild. As Katya, drag queen, would say. Wildin' out with Nick Cannon? Is it Nick Cannon or Nick Tannen? I never remember. Because the only thing I ever knew him from was the Nickelodeon commercials. Sorry, Nick Cannon. That's what it was, right? It was on Nickelodeon. It was Wildin' Out with Nick Cannon. Is that it? Okay. Speed build time. Just slap all the stuff together and straighten it out later. I was going to try to make a gay joke there because I said the word straight, but it just didn't happen. Insert your punchline to that in the comments below. One day I'll regret. I'll live to regret making live streams like this. So I'll say something stupid. All right. Should I give controversial audio opinions? That would be fun. Oh, that would really piss people off because I have some annoying opinions on audio, especially for YouTubers. Should I do it? Huh. Sorry, needed to stretch a little bit there. Second to respond to someone here. And burp, apparently. Oh yeah, I guess the Leatherman discourse, is that what I got off topic at? Yeah, I have a person in my theater department who gives everyone shit when they use Gerber multi-tools, because he thinks we have some sort of brand loyalty to Gerber usually. And I'm like, my guy, I could not care one way or another. All I know is a Gerber multi-tool costs $30 for like a decent one, with like the features I need, and the cheapest Leatherman is like ass. And it's like $50. I got this on sale for like, I think it was like, it might have been around $30 actually. And I like it, I don't mind it. The only thing I don't really care for is the shape of the grip, because when I'm using something that isn't the pliers, it's not very comfortable. Didn't think I'd be talking about multi-tools in a Lego video. Didn't think I'd be using a multi-tool in a Lego video. I have the Nickelodeon theme stuck in my head, the old one. Nickelodeon. There we go. All right, those are interesting in there. See, that's the problem with this one, right? Like, okay. Look at these instructions. Like, you look at that, and there's just so many little pieces that all have outlines that it's hard to tell what's going where and decipher that. So it wants one of these on the front. Oh, that holds on pretty tight. And one of these on the front, one on the side. And actually, I am going to push these down a little further, because it looks like they're on a real short stem. There we go. Oh, actually, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the side view is not amazing here. I could really jam them down on there, but I'm not gonna yet. I probably won't. The top, or like from this angle, actually looks really good. Yeah. Next. Just wants one of these, right? Okay, looks like it's just one. Oh, get on the fucking thing. Okay. Starting to lose my patience with these pieces. It's because my fingers are starting to hurt, and it's been like an hour, and my mouth is dry, running out of drink. Fucking hell. Alright, what was I going to say? I talked about the theater thing. Oh, I was going to say controversial audio opinions. Controversial audio opinions. What's the other thing? Oh! Yeah, that's what it was. Another hair. I would say that as if it's anyone's hair but mine. It's always my hair. It's always a giant hair off of my head, because it gets everywhere. And it's all falling out. Alright, that's what I'm doing, right? Am I dumb? Am I dummy? No, I'm not. I just did things slightly out of order. If you notice, I'm not actually looking at the instructions part of the instructions. I'm just looking at the picture of the next step put together and trying to replicate that, which is why this section and this section took me so long, because looking at that and looking at that is hard to decipher. Because it's easier than following step by step while I'm trying to talk at the same time, you know? And if Lego wasn't so damn expensive, I would absolutely do this kind of thing on YouTube all the time. I'd get like one kit a month, and I'd just do a monthly Lego building live stream. Actually, I kind of love that idea. I might start doing that. See, now there's way more left side ones than there are right side ones, so I'm wondering if they're going to do something about that. Alright, there's 4 of those. Those go in here. Cannot believe I still have the friggin' Nickelodeon theme in my brain. A piece of hair tickling the side of my face. Which one is it? I can't see it on camera. There it is. Huh. Alright. Oh, shit. Broke it. No, I broke it. Okay. There we go. Very, very claw-like. Very, like, grabby claws, you know? I may go back in afterwards and twist all these so that the little points face directly up instead of off to the side on each of these. It's telling me to put them straight on so it faces kind of off to the side like that, but I think it might look better with them all kind of pointing straight up. Oh no, we'll find out. That's not something I'll mess with on camera, I don't think. There's that, there's that. So I want this and this. And now it wants me to take 2 of the same ones and put them on the opposite sides, which is not what it's been telling me to do all along. This is going to mildly annoy me. Oh no, this is what it's been telling me. It's just been telling me it in a different roundabout way. Yeah. Shit, which ones did I do? Okay, it's the opposite. This is the opposite, so it's these 2 are next. There's 1. There's 2. There we go. It's exactly the same as it's been telling me to do. Where am I? Here? Is that where I'm at? Hold on, times 2? Yeah, times 2. That's 2. That's 2. I'm here. Okay. I know you can't see what I just did. I have the space. I'll move these over. 2. This... It just sits on top of it. Okay. Push these all the way in is the question. Nah, out looks better. It's spiky. Spiky. There we go. And then these we'll pull out a little bit. That's the fun thing about these succulent ones is you can kind of style them after they're built. Yeah. Yeah. That looks passable. Oh, and another one of these bastards. Okay. Gotta get out the pliers again, because that actually made it way easier. Pliers. Go in, bitch. Shouldn't be swearing this gratuitously. This is still my main channel after all. But, you know, as they say, shit happens. Actually, this is the better way to do it. I can fit the tip of the pliers inside it and grab onto the edge. Oh my god, that's so much easier. I wish I would have known that. Alright. Because it's that little piece has to go in there. And that's, you can see, like, compared to my fingers, how stupid tiny that is. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Alright, and then the same as before, I get one of these on each side. I'm going to squeeze them apart a little bit. I'm sure that's not how you're supposed to do it. I think it looks a little more organic with them kind of leaning away from each other a little bit there. Looks a little more like the rosette in the middle of one of my actual succulents. So, then that little guy just goes on top. And I think on a 45-degree angle. Well, it doesn't say to put it on a 45-degree angle, but that's how I have the other two, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, and it looks like that from the top. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. I don't mind that. The way they're constructed does put that little rosette slightly off-center, which is going to annoy me and probably no one else. The rosette, by the way, is what is the name given to the... What am I trying to say? Oh, the rosette. The rosette is what they call the little, the new growth at the very top of the plant, succulents. Where the, alright, yeah, now that this is together, it's pretty nice. The side view is still a little wonky. I think I'm going to have to press these down a little more, but it's not, it doesn't want to go. That's fine. Totally fine. I just unevened the part that I evened. Okay. There we go. Look at that. That's a little guy. It's actually quite nice. This is a really... Because it's real busy, so it doesn't work as well on the... in the pictures that they give you, but like in the actual thing, it does genuinely look like 3 plants that are all like stuffed right in one pot right next to each other. So that is quite nice. If I had a plant this big, it would probably not be in a pot this small in real life. I can put it in the other one too, so you can see a little bit of the colors better. In fact, the color's better on this camera for these, excuse me, for these blue-greenish things, and it's better for the yellows on this camera, interestingly enough. And no, I'm not going to do full-ass color grading on my 2 cheap webcams to just to get them to look consistent with each other. And I've got that one over there, and this one doesn't have anything that's this color blue yet, so I'm going to see if I can put you right in front there. How's that look? Yeah. That's pretty good. That one looks... Here's what I should do with this one. Just put this in the back. Put this kind of more in the front. That way that tall one peeks out from behind it. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Now here's the real question. Do I take a brief intermission, get some water, and come back and keep doing more of these? Or do I call that a night? It's 9:15. Let's see what the actual Lego brand one looks like. Because maybe I can do one of these smaller ones, right? Because this purple one, that'll go so quick, right? Like, there's no way that can be its own full stream or something. How does this box open? Is there a proper way to open this? Oh, you couldn't see the purple one just then. Whoops. Hold on. Hold on. This one. It is literally just a bunch of butterflies in a circle. And there's this one, which is a bunch of stuff stacked on each other. Like, most of the... Like, this. Those are all pretty simple. These bigger ones, I think, are going to take longer. This one might be pretty simple, too. In fact, all of these are pretty... Like, actually pretty, not that complex. Yeah, I don't know. Alright. Let's pop this open and see what, actually go back to this view so you can get a bigger, bigger scale here. Or, get the full thing in it. I don't think they have an actual way for you to open this box without just ripping a side off, so... What in the hell is this? Lego, what the hell is this box? Well, there it is. Oh my god. This, alright. The knife comes out again. Not what I wanted to be doing. I'm not cutting on the desk because if I was, I would be cutting right towards my finger, and the way I have it now is not that. Of course, the other one is the same way. Oh, that one went easier, though. Oh, come on. Okay. Well, they really did not want you to be able to keep this box afterwards. Okay. This definitely looks like I would have to build all of them. Or at least take out all of the... Oh, maybe not. Okay, I may be wrong. It looks like there's... Let's see. So this one is the big flowers, the... Yeah. Can you see that? You can now. So the big flowers, the... Looks like a jade plant, maybe? And the little butterfly one. And this one is the, I'm going to call it a torch cactus, because it does kind of look like a torch cactus. The bunny ear cactus, which is not a flattering angle for that piece of kit there. And the little one, little purpley one. And this one is the hairbrush flower, because those are hairbrushes. The fly trap and the pitcher plants. So I'm going to put that up to the side for now and decide which one of these I prefer. Okay, so 5 would build 2 of those. Bag 5. Let's see on this one. Oh, you can't see the instructions over there. Let's put these over here. Pop this open. Get rid of that. I don't care. I don't care. I so badly don't care. Okay. Bag 1 builds both of these. Bag 5 builds both of these. That's the little purple guy in the bunny ear. That's the jade plant and the butterflies. And this one has 2 builds just that one. 6 builds just the the ball one, the torch cactus, I think I called it. Even though it might not actually be a torch cactus. Yeah, and this one's the same way. Okay. So I don't want to deal with any of those for now. I almost say let's do, because it's going to make a mess is the problem. All right, we're going to decide which bag has less crap in it. But that's 2. I want 5 and 1. 5 and 1. What stuff am I less likely to lose in like a week? So I figure I can do one of these every week or so for a while or something, you know. I'm thinking, let's just start with the beginning. So this can all go off to the side for now. Same with that. And we'll start with this little purple guy. I think that's the butterflies one. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with this one because I think that's the first one it's going to go into. Yep, looks like it. And I'll see how long that takes. And if we've still got time, we may go into the jade plant because I have a handful of jade plants and I actually really like them. In real life, the real plants this is based on, I really, really like them. I want to get some interesting ones, but a majority of them look almost identical. I'll show you guys that in a minute when I get back here. But so for that, we'll start with the little purple one, and then if there's time, I may move on to the jade plant tonight. But I don't know that there'll necessarily be time. But the purple one should take like only a few minutes, so maybe we'll find out. We'll see what's happening. Now, I have some disappointing news, and that is that I've somehow managed to lose my intermission music. The people who made it are still credited in the description here, I believe. Let me double check that. Yeah, intermission and intro music is Elevator Ride to Hell by Adam Monroe and Adam Kopcinski, I want to say. Sorry I butchered your name. Delightful little piece of music. Creative Commons. I couldn't find it on my computer, which is why I started the stream like half an hour later than I wanted to. So, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to come back. So I'm going to leave you in silence for a moment here. I'm going to come back and we're going to pick up where we left off. The real thing here is, hey, I forgot to turn my mic off for that. Whoops, whatever. But the real reason for the intermission is because, can I get my camera back, please? Oh yeah, there we go. The real reason for the intermission is because I needed a glass of water. Because I know the amount of pop I have left is not going to last me till the end of this. If I'm staying here till 10. And that is the plan. It's 9:25 now in my time zone. I'm going to stay till 10. 26 now. We don't have much time. So we want this view? No. We want this view. I like this view better. Feels more personal. It's like that. Do y'all remember? You probably don't. But if you watch a lot of 90s stuff, especially like 90s, 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s sort of stuff, like I remember I think they did it in Bill Nye the Science Guy. They would put the camera really close. It would be like, hold on. They would frame it. Here we go. It would be 4:3 aspect ratio, like this is now, and it would be framed like this when they were having someone talk to camera. They'd cut off the forehead and the chin, and I'm like, why are we this close to the camera? I don't need to feel you that close to my face. I get it, you're trying to get detail because it's like VHS quality, but like, damn, guys. That's what this view feels like, but like the sideways version of that. All right, so since this is, hopefully since it's actual Lego, I won't need a multi-tool to put it together. Oh, does this actually show like the designer? Is that who that is? Or is that just stock footage or stock video? Losing it. Stock picture of someone putting it together. It actually shows you the names of the plants. It is a jade plant. I'm so excited. I love jade plants. That's what they you can't see it. That's what they look like though. They look really good. I don't know why I like them so much. And it's just lately that I've been really liking them. I didn't always. In fact, the reason I have the ones I have is because I tried to kill them. Genuinely. So what happened is, I impulse bought a succulent pot at Target in like 2022, I think. And there we go. Get off of each other so I can see. Okay, this, not that. This. There we go. I impulse bought one. No, two. I don't remember if it was one or two. Originally. It's two now. So that's a whole thing. All right, so what happened was I saw at Target, like in the area right before you leave. I saw it on my way in. Oh, this is part of it. Oh. Oh, cool. Oh, I like that. Cute. Look at that. It's a little pot. That's great. And it's like, on this camera you can see it, the color a little better because it's orangey. It's like just about the right color too. I'm holding it up next to my actual ones and it is pretty similar. Okay, let's get on with it. Yeah, that's that whole thing. Two of those. Oh, they're in the little pit. What was I talking about? Oh, my jade plants. So, yeah. So, fun thing about succulents, which jade plants are a type of succulent, is you can propagate them, right? But the way I got mine is there was this at Target in like the after the checkout area, right? After the checkout area, between the checkout and the exit, they had these little arrangements, and they're in these like big bowl sort of things. Looks like a dog bowl. Looks like it's in a dog bowl, actually. And that's how, and it had a handful of plants I liked. There were a couple echeverias. I'm looking at them now. Oh God, one of the other kind that I can't think of the name of. It's closer related to an aloe. Is this what? like really accentuating the... Oh yeah, look at that. I'm really accentuating the lumpiness of my mole. Okay, stick that there. Alright, I see how this is going together now. Come on. There we go. Yeah, real Legos actually have a slightly different feel to them. Like, the plastic itself just feels nicer. It feels a little more quality. There's like a sturdiness to it almost. And like a real smoothness. Because the... what is it? The it's like all the edges and corners are just like very slightly rounded off. And a lot of the... Who liked this video? Sorry, I just noticed that. Who did that? No, okay. Back to the story. It's one of these. I have never seen this piece in real life before. And I'm told it's actually an expensive piece, but maybe it's just expensive in green. I follow a Lego train YouTuber whose name I should actually include in the... Oh, that's really annoying. It doesn't stay in tight, though. That'll piss me off. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so, and then on that, I put all these butterflies. Is that it? You just stick them on in random directions? Looks like all the side ones are facing upwards. Like this. Yeah. And then it looks like the top ones are all kind of... If they were flying, they would be circling. There we go. So I got this little arrangement. It had a few other plants I wanted, and I didn't really care about the jade plants. So I was like, whatever. Well, then I realized a little too late that some of the plants were getting droopy. Like they were being overwatered. And I'm like, what the hell? This isn't... I'm not overwatering them. I'm actually should theoretically be underwatering them, you know? That took like 2 seconds. We're going to do the second one. Like theoretically they should be drying out because they... Like I'm watering them less than I should. Turns out what was happening was they planted them in the correct type of soil, right? Where it's really loose and drains real easy, except they like packed the ever-living shit out of it. So it was packed in there so tight that it was just holding all of the water in and none of it was evaporating out. And of course it's in a bowl that doesn't have holes in the bottom of it, but it's got a piece inside that. So what I was doing is I was essentially bottom watering it, which is when you put water in the dish underneath the plant, but with a bowl. Well, the problem with that was the water wasn't evaporating out of the bottom of the bowl either, because it was too tight to the rest of the to the inner container that had holes in it and stuff. So at that point, I ripped the whole thing apart, disassembled the whole thing, and planted each of them in separate pots. I went and got a bunch of pots from my local garden store, which is now sadly closed, actually. But that was... because the ones I have, the jade plants I have a thing where they'll get like salt deposits, like little spots of salt on the outside of the on the leaves, all over the leaves. And I thought that was a fungus at the time. That's what I thought. So I was like, well, shit, what do I do about that? Because I'd like to... Like, I don't specifically care about jade plants, but I would like to keep it alive, you know? So I did. I was like, okay, what would you do if this happens? Looked it up, and I was like, all right. So the plan then is I'm gonna take it and basically just prune it, get rid of the leaves that have an issue, and if it comes back, I'll stop. I'll just let it die. If it doesn't come back, then we're good. And it didn't come back because at the time, it was just my parents' water. I started using Brita water, and I think is what actually made it go away. But yeah, so I had. Why are you having me do this in 2 separate steps? Oh, because these are different. Okay. Which sides do these go on? The green sides. Not that it really matters, I don't think. Yeah, that's... Okay, that makes sense. I like this. I like this pot design. See, that's the thing, right? This is probably the kit that those other ones I was doing was ripping off, right? And those are by no means bad, but you can tell based on a lot of the design choices that this is brand name Lego. But yeah, so one of them that had the spots on it real bad, I was like, all right, after you cut them up, you're supposed to let them scab before you water it again. And I also repotted it out of this really tight packed soil, so the roots were a little ripped up. So I'm like, before I repot these, I didn't have enough, because what I thought was one jade plant was actually 2 jade plants that were packed in real tight right next to each other. I think, if I'm remembering my story correctly here. Either that or it was literally one that I ended up having to cut in half. Where's the... Aha, it's under here. See how much faster this is going just because, like, I don't have to jam the pieces together? Like, that's the real... That's the real reason to get brand name Lego ones instead of the off-brands. Because the off-brands, you, like, have to really cram them together. Because they'd rather it be too tight than too loose, right? And these go on the tops, I bet? I'm assuming? Yes. Oh, that's real pretty. See, the other ones did it all right. This one does it really well. And the color matches real pots perfectly. Like, that's pretty damn close to a real, what are they called? Ceramic pot. So yeah, that's... So then I had 2, right? And one of them had a lot of the fungus real bad. So I'm like, I'm just going to leave this out to die, right? So it sat on its side on the shelf where I kept my plants, just sitting on the edge of the shelf. No water or anything. For like a month and a half or so, like maybe 2 months even. It was a good long time. And then at some point I was just like, all right, well, this thing isn't dying. It's actually like fine. And all of the what I thought was fungus at the time was actually just mineral spots, you know. All of that never came back. So I was like, screw it. I have to pot this thing now. So I actually planted it in a little like failed 3D print that was supposed to be a bracket for a piece of PVC pipe, right? So it's way too small for what it was, or for the size of the plant to be planting that in there. Doing 8 of these. Okay, it is all 8. Oh my god, these are hats. These are newsy caps for minifigs. That's delightful. Oh, I love that. Okay. This is great. It's like finding out that one, I think it's the bonsai tree. It's like, oh my god, all these leaves are frogs. I saw one where they used rats, I think. I don't remember where I saw it. It might have been on that Master Builder's channel, but 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. And the other one's probably spare. Okay. So I want that, and then the bill of the hat faces back in towards the plant. Oh, okay, this is great. So yeah, as I was saying about the thing, it just would not die, right? So I planted it in this thing that's way too small as a temporary pot. Well, and then I started watering it again. It immediately, like instantly, starts growing again. And I'm like, shit. And actually, at the current moment, I think that one is actually bigger than the one that I cut it off of, because it's got 3 stems that are all full height, and the other one's got 1 thicker stem and 2 shorter ones. But you can kind of see the areas where they've been like cut up, because I thought it had a fungus, and I'm like, no, I want to prune this and keep it alive. Well, it turns out wasn't a fungus, and it's fine now. Excuse me. Oh my god. Wow, I could taste that burp. That was unpleasant. I just love that somebody came in here at some point, liked the video, and then left after a minute and a half. Okay, and then all these just go in here. Get straightened out. Yeah, because this little edge here, right? That is very, very similar to the actual shape of a regular jade plant, which is really fantastic. Actually, hold on. This is the one that I was just talking about that went through all that. It's now growing in a Mountain Dew can. But you can see, right, what I'm talking about? Like, shape of the leaves there. It's really similar if you look at the leaves from on end. And so, I mean, this is, like, thriving now. There's 1 dead leaf at the bottom, but I think it's just because it got buried a little too deep. Yeah, this thing's great. Yeah, I love jade plants now. I want to see if there's some that, like, change color when you stress them or something, so you can so I can just have some more interesting ones, I guess. But jade plants, they're a good one. They're pretty damn hardy. As long as you're not overwatering them, they're pretty easy to keep going. Like, lately I've been watering all my succulents once every other week, just because it's winter time, it's colder. But I have a couple here that are supposed to be like fully dormant in the winter, right? But they haven't been, and they've just been they're these bunny ear cactuses. They've just been growing like crazy. In the 3 weeks I was home at my parents' house, for winter break, one more. I obviously wasn't here to water them, so they just like started shooting up these like really narrow new leaves, and they have tons of them. And now some of the new leaves that grew from that time are now sprouting more leaves off of them. And you just saw the real plant, and now that's hysterical. That's so good. They're friggin' hats. Okay. Now, see, I would have thought this was an illegal building technique, but this is official name brand Lego, so it can't be, you know. The only thing mildly disappointing is, instead of something for a rosette at the top, grab this again to show. Oh, this one doesn't really... Oh, you can see it. On this one, you see that little spot where the 2 new leaves are starting to grow out there? That's that's frequently referred to as a rosette, because in other succulents, it literally looks like the inner part of a rose. And I'll show you that at the end, because the ones that are in like actual pots, I don't want to just pick up from the chair here. I'd like to leave those where they are for the moment. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't do anything fun for the rosette, but they did give us They did put something there, and the rest of it's pretty delightful. Plus, you know, weird building technique that you don't frequently see from Lego. At least I don't. Then again, it's been years since I built an actual Lego brand kit. Like, usually, I wonder if the Lego store near my parents' house is even open anymore. So it was in a mall. I wonder if it's open. I should check that out. That's it, right? Yeah, that's it. That's all. Okay. The spacing is a little weird. Like, these two are really close together, and this top one is kind of high off them. Not a huge fan of the way that's set up, but, you know. Oh, I can push that down. Oh, shit. Well, I'm going to push that down a little bit. Well, actually, the little bit that I pushed it down actually looks pretty good. I think that just that little bit made a decent bit of difference there. But yeah, if you let these get big enough, the stems actually do turn woody like this. Oh, that's delightful. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's great. Now I'm tempted to build the third one from this instruction booklet. That is it, right? That's the whole thing. Yeah, that's the whole thing. How much is this going to take? How much effort is this going to take? Oh, my. Okay, that's a lot more stuff. Yeah, I think this one's not for this live stream. Yeah, this is a... Well, put it this way. This is the first page of it, right? Last page of this one. First page of this one. The other two that we did took less than half of this instructions book. And the rest of it is just this one that's left over. Which is the... it doesn't have it big on here. Where's the box? It's this one. That's the next one in here. So that's okay. That just means one to consider for another time we do this. Now we've got these two. Both built today. This one kind of chunks around like a real succulent too. Like it feels about how the real ones are when they kind of lean slightly to one side when you pick up the pot. Yeah, these are pretty great. All right, I'm gonna pick up this camera, and without like how messy is my apartment is the question, right? Yeah, there's an angle I can use that doesn't show my giant pile of dirty clothes. Okay. Ow, hair tangle. I'm gonna quickly pick up this camera.
Oh no, there's two of me.
Yeah. We pick up this camera. There we go. This is the one that I was saying before. Oh, hold on. This is the one that I was saying before. Those three, the bunny ear cactuses there. See all the like really narrow leaves growing off the top of them. This one here, don't know what it is, but it's climbing all over. They've also all started like sprouting out new ones. This one's not supposed to look like that. It's having a bad time. I need to repot it. Same with these two. Let's see if I can get real close here. There we go. See up here? That's a rosette as well. That's actually coming from this pot and scooting over. This one is the opposite. It's coming from the other pot and scooting over. That one's also having a bad time. These three, actually, are all ones that I got from that Target thing. Here are the jade plants, and they're both looking pretty good. Between the two there in that little Altoid case, you can see is a leaf that fell off of the bunny ear cactuses last time I moved. And that's also growing another leaf, because you can propagate them. That's the whole thing, right? Here's the big boy cactuses, both torch cactuses. They need to get repotted soon too. I'm waiting for the spring. Now here is a whole... Move the mic stand. Here we go. Here's a whole bunch of stuff, right? So these are dragon fruit. There's a real name for that, and I don't remember what it is. I grew them from seeds that I got out of a dragon fruit that I bought at a store. This little guy is a purpley... I think it's in the Echeveria family. I'm not entirely sure on that. It's doing okay. I actually got that from a leaf that I picked up in the garden section of a Menards. I propagated it from that. And before anyone gets upset, I got permission. I don't know if you saw that on camera based on how the thing was, but this is the one I was talking about. I call it the gay crime plant because it's pink and I stole it. This one is the other piece to that viney sort of climbing one that's going crazy on the other side. I could propagate this into like 12 different plants, but as you can see, I don't want to. I just want to let it go a little crazy and see what happens. It needs a new pot because this one's getting gross. And then let's see. Hold on. Try not to show you my pile of dirty laundry here. Got a bunch of dragon fruit that's all like vaguely underwatered because of that month I spent living at my parents' house. And then, if I can swing the mic stand around to get closer here, in this little bin here is a bunch of baby plants that I'm propagating. So here's a leaf from that viney plant. Here's another one. This one doesn't want to grow. It's from one of those ones from Target. There's one back here that's just starting. That's also one of the ones from Target. Back here, I don't know if you can see any of this at all. Back here is one from I think that's one of the Target ones. And then these two are from the jade plants. So, if I can get the camera back over here. Oh wow, somebody just started watching for the real plants portion of the video, huh? Well, sorry to take that away from you. Let's get the microphone back. Yeah, as I was just saying, sorry to take away the real plants portion of the video for you there. So you've showed up just in time for us to end, unfortunately. But here are the two plants we just made, and then here's the two from before that. So, whoops. So these all turned out pretty nice, actually. I'm really enjoying this. Unsurprisingly, the on-brand Lego set is a little easier to... little more straightforward, a little easier to actually put together than the off-brand ones. And you definitely tell a difference in the pieces, right? In the quality of the pieces. I'm just currently putting together all of the... well, not that one, but all the spare parts. That's what I usually do at the end of these. Spare parts. There we go, -1. But yeah, so that's the Lego plants. Guess I should probably show the rest of them. There we go. So those. Whoops. these guys. Yeah, that's good there. And last but not least, this one, which is actually one of my favorites. But yeah, altogether, these look really nice. The garden is growing. And then this one's missing a piece. It's supposed to have a little third one somewhere in here, but I keep knocking this one off the desk, and I lost some pieces, as you can see. So it really only works in one direction at this point. I'll find those and put them back together. Maybe I'll do that on the next stream. But yeah, so for now, check in, I guess, sometime next week if you want notifications, of course. I usually send those out to subscribers. I want to say it only goes to people who click the bell. I'm not sure. But when I go live, I usually set it to send out a notification. And I'm going to just be doing more of this and going through the rest of the kit here. We've done 2 of these, and how many are there? There are 9, so I'm just going to keep doing them until I run out. And I'll put it this way. These other kits with the white and yellow and brown and yellow, pots, all these little off-brand ones, those have all been, actually, those kits are all gifts from my parents. Actually, all these kits have been gifts from my parents, I just realized. So, if the trend is to be expected, odds are I will have the third kit to that series next month when my birthday rolls around. So we'll see if that happens. But I mean, let's be honest, if they don't get it for me, I'm gonna get it for myself because it's not expensive. At least I don't think it is. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, so I'm just stalling at this point. Felt like there was more stuff I was supposed to say. I don't remember. But no, I'm running out of space to put these. I have no more room. So if you guys have suggestions on how to display these and potentially also some Lego trains in my apartment, let me know. And I'm hoping to make these building session live streams a more regular occurrence on the channel here. But for now, that is just about it. Let me know whether or not you like this video, and something about subscribing. I don't really do my official outro anymore, I just realized. It's been a long time. It came with the name change, the channel name change, I think, when I stopped doing it. But yeah, so that has been Lego Building. Check back probably next weekend, Friday, sometime between Friday and Sunday. I'll be doing it most likely. All right. Goodbye. Oh, you can't see me waving. Goodbye.